While you were trying to figure out how to get your nearest meteorite into a 3D printer, you may have missed the Bluetooth-connected pregnancy test, the bed that tracks how you sleep, and the exoskeleton suit for education. Welcome to another CES edition of In Case You Missed It, where turning yourself into a cyborg is just as cool as you'd always hoped. Here we go.
They say walk this way.
Okay. If you don't have an aging suit, you're totally not cool yet, guys. This is the aging suit built by Applied Minds for Genworth. And the whole idea is that they're taking it around, putting people into it, and trying to start conversations about what it's like as people age. They simulate all kinds of terrible things with your vision. Everything is tunnel vision. That is unfortunate. Oh no. That's much worse. It's like a migraine in your eyes. Worst of all, they put you on a treadmill and make you try to walk while they add all sorts of weights to you. Climbing a rope, guys. Although if I were really super old, I wouldn't be able to get my weight up the rope.
It certainly seems that the fact that your right leg is more visible.
Point taken. Whoa, that's terrible. My biggest takeaway was that hearing loss is incredibly isolating. Oh, hearing loss. Oh, it's very muffled. I was imagining older relatives who often sit alone and just feeling a lot of compassion for them. So if I can have that experience, I can see how this suit could be successful because it definitely leaves an impact once you're in it. Next step, hero costume, because come on, I totally want to steal it.
Good job.
That was fun.
Okay, cool.
Bye! Tech reporters will complain all day long about CES, mostly because it makes them walk on their feet. Feet which have like 3 Band-Aids each. However, none of that matters anymore. I'm not on my feet, I'm on a bed. And I'm really happy because we all know what sleep number beds are. Remember those awesome commercials?
Yeah.
This is a mattress that has a bunch of sensors in it that all track your breathing, the quality of your sleep, your heart rate, all kinds of biometric information that you can then look at later on. And it's still a sleep number bed, so you can adjust the firmness on each side, but it's only controlled with an app. All of the information that it's collecting in here, the heart rate sensors, all those things, they're making that available in an API. This will be available in summer of 2016 and will run about $1,000. More importantly, it's time to find my sleep number. Okay, so I'm laying down. I'm pushing find sleep number. Oh, I'm supposed to wiggle. This is way too firm. God, no, it's like 95% torture. Let's see how cushy it gets. I just stopped it at 45 and it's so cushy and delightful. You may know First Response from the box you always see in your local drugstore. This company has been around for 30 years, but for the first time, there is now a Bluetooth-enabled pregnancy test. So from the privacy of your own home, you can use tech, find out if you're pregnant, then, text your partner at the end of it all. First of all, there's an app, and the app is probably the most fun part of this. You pair it up so the app knows that you have a pregnancy test. First asks if you're trying to get pregnant or not, and then just calmly takes you through it. It tells you the proper amount of time to use the kit, and then as that long minute passes,
How much longer? 30 seconds.
it will entertain you. You can look at funny videos, you can calmly meditate. There are all sorts of options, and then when you get the final result, it then has a sharing setting. It does not have social, thank God.
It's not negative, it's positive. Are you sure? Well, yeah, I lied before.
But you can use messages or email. This will be available in the spring. It's more expensive if you buy it at a drugstore. It'll be $21.99, but it's cheaper if you get it in a big box store. It'll be $14.99. Not reusable. Go forth and procreate, should that be what you want to do. Hello and welcome to the Engadget CES 2016 live stage. I'm Carrie Davis, host of In Case You Missed It, as you just saw. Hopefully you didn't miss that. We are live all day today until about 5 o'clock our time, and then tomorrow for a half day. And later on today, we're doing our Best of CES Awards, which is kind of a big deal. We've been putting a lot of work into those results, so hopefully you can see some of that. But first, as you just saw, I wore an exoskeleton suit, which was amazing. Everything I've dreamed of. On my show, in case you missed it, we end up doing a lot of stories with exoskeleton suits because there's lots of great research. Some of the research involves how people react when they wear it. Sometimes it can actually help people who've been paralyzed walk again. So exoskeleton suits are pretty cool, and that's why I was into it. This one was to teach empathy about aging and what happens to you physically. And that is why today on the stage, each day I've been bringing up different people to talk about products that you may or may not have seen because there's so much to see. Today we're basically talking about health aids. And the first is Quell. I'd like to invite Frank McGillen to the stage. Please come on up. Have a seat, grab a mic. Just make sure you speak into it like you mean it because it's very loud here.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for coming. So you have a product called Quell that is about helping with pain. And if any of you have ever had chronic pain, I have good friends who've been suffering. I had a pain bout for about 6 months with an injury. So I was really interested in this product. Can you describe it for us? And I'm just going to hold it up while you talk so people can see what it is.
Well, first off, I mean, pain is the most common ailment that's affecting Americans. 300 million Americans are suffering from pain, more than diabetes, heart disease, and cancer combined. 300 million prescriptions for Vicodin last year. I mean, it's crazy.
For Vicodin.
For prescription opiates like a Vicodin.
Okay.
But that's one bottle per every American.
That's real addictive too, so that's not a great solution.
So what we're hearing is people want a drug-free solution, and that's what we have with Quell. It's an FDA-cleared device that uses neurostimulation. And basically what we do is hack the brain to release your body's natural pain relievers. It's called an enkephalin. It's kind of like an endorphin, but it's basically what the body releases to relieve yourself naturally from pain.
So it goes onto a calf, is that right? Wherever your chronic pain is, this thing goes onto your leg?
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Quell is you wear it on your calf. Why? Because you have a lot of sensory nerves near the skin. Mm-hmm. It's also convenient and discreet. Like I'm wearing one right now. You wouldn't know it.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other thing is we try to design it to be really just seamless with your life. So we have an iPhone app, as well as an Android app.
So it's controlled via the app and not from the actual device?
Fully controlled from the app, and we just got FDA clearance for this latest version of Quell. And in this case, the Quell is part of the F510K, or actually it's a regular, medically approved app.
Can you use your mic a little bit right at your mouth? Thank you.
Oh, sorry?
You need to speak right into the mic. Yeah, no problem. So you just said the FDA approved it, this latest version. How much is it, and when is it available?
So this latest version will be available in March of this year on quellrelief.com. Okay. It's also available in selected physician offices.
And how much?
It's $249.
$249. And this is not a TENS unit, right? It's a different, it doesn't give, if any of you have ever worn a TENS unit or had one used on you at a physical therapist's office where they just makes all the muscles contract. It doesn't do that. This can be worn 24 hours a day?
Yeah, it can be worn 24 hours a day. It's electrical stimulation, which is similar to TENS, but we stimulate nerves. So it's very high frequency, very precise, and that's how we're able to get that central nervous approach.
What about, so I know a little something about nerve injuries. That's what I had. I know that it can be very dangerous to stimulate the nerves. If it's recovery, nerves are a strange, fragile thing. So this doesn't affect that?
Yeah, I could say NeuroMetrics, we've been in the business of diagnosing nerve disease for the past 18 years. So we have a lot of expertise in nerves, and this was designed to be incredibly safe. We've really built in automation and calibration, so we really have made it simple, pain-free, and totally safe.
Can we see the app real quick?
Sure.
Do you want to hold it sort of right here this way? Yeah.
Okay. So this is the app. I can start therapy right from it. So right now that's the therapy timer. I can adjust it. If I'm not getting enough relief, I can adjust it up or down. And then the other cool thing is we've got the most advanced sleep tracking of any wearable today. And that's because the device is worn on your leg. And the leg is an incredible place to track sleep. So we're able to track 8 different dimensions of sleep. including sleep position. What percent you slept on your
Do you
side
get
or
heart
your
rate
back.
as well?
We're not able to get heart rate with the current
Okay.
version, but that's the sort of thing we'll be adding in the future.
That's interesting because as you saw, we just talked about a bed of the
Yeah,
Sleep Number
yeah.
has a biometric bed, which was amazing to me because
Yeah.
we talk about Kickstarter projects all the time that track
Sure.
how you sleep. So you can do it that way. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, very good. Well, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it.
Well, great. Thank you.
Good luck to you. We have 2 more people to talk to. Thank you.
Okay,
if
thank
you
you.
could just slide down a wee bit. Yeah, thanks. We're going to bring Relief Band's Bob Verdugo. He's the CCO. I believe that's right. Yes, please have a seat. So this is not pain related, but it is nausea related. It's called the Relief Band, and why don't you tell us about it?
Hi, Carrie. Thanks for having us. So, Relief Band is for fast relief of nausea or vomiting associated with motion sickness or morning sickness. So, it's a big problem that's out there. About a third of the population suffers from motion sickness, things like air sickness, car sickness, seasickness.
I can jump in. This is why you're here. Seasickness.
Seasickness.
We sail. My fiance has a sailboat in
So
the
you
San Francisco Bay. Super fun, great times. It's this old boat. It's really fun, but occasionally it's terrible. There's no sickness like seasickness.
Exactly. So Relief Band is being reintroduced to the market for over-the-counter availability for consumers.
And it's tech, which is so all. I don't know if any of you know. For nausea, there are a lot of solutions, but there aren't many tech. There's like the patch behind your ear. There's Dramamine you can take, but there's. I really haven't seen. There are the copper bracelets that are supposed to push, but
Right.
but
So
tech-wise,
this is an active wearable technology that's electrical neurostimulation. So basically, what it does is it sends a little circular signal into the median nerve, which is in the arm.
okay.
And that goes up into your brain to a certain part of the brain, which rebalances and sends a signal to the stomach to relieve nausea. So it works very quickly, usually within a couple of minutes, but most likely within 10 minutes. And what consumers really like about this product is they can turn it on when they need it, turn it off when they don't need it, and set different levels
Are
to
those
their
the
needs.
levels there? The 1, 2, 3, 4,
Correct.
5?
There are 5 different levels
Uh-huh.
that can be used, and so we turn it on, and it can go from level 1 to level 5. There's also a low battery indicator, so this product has replaceable batteries.
Okay, so it doesn't charge. It's replaceable.
It's not
Okay.
a chargeable. You put batteries into it, and consumers really like it because it's not a drug. It has no interactions, no side effects that the
That's really
drugs
nice.
have.
Yeah, Dramamine can just make you drowsy, and then it's not as fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think what's also key, because we think about other usage beyond motion sickness, like morning sickness. 6 million pregnancies a year, and about 70% of those pregnancies have women that have morning sickness. That's not just in the morning, it's
Right.
all day long,
Right.
and it can last throughout the pregnancy.
That also sounds not fun. How much is it, and when is it available?
Okay, it's available now. Price point is $89.99. It's available at reliefband.com, as well as other online outlets and certain drugstores and travel and gift supply
Okay.
stores.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on to talk about it.
Thanks for having us.
We
Gary.
have one more person to speak with. Please welcome to the stage John Gannon. He's the CEO of Blue Spark. This is not pain related, but it is good for parents to hear about. Probably anybody who's a caretaker, but most especially parents. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Carrie. Thanks for having us today.
Yeah. So this is TempTraq, and what caught my attention about this, I have seen similar things, but I think this is probably the least intrusive that I've seen. Go ahead. Tell us about it.
I would agree. So TempTraq is a Bluetooth wearable temperature monitor. It comes in the form of a soft, comfortable patch. You place this under your child's arm, and it takes temperature readings. It was really designed for all ages.
Okay.
So it continuously
caretaker.
tracks, records, and then transmits the temperature information out to a smartphone device. So we have an iOS and an Android app.
Over Bluetooth?
Over Bluetooth.
Okay.
That's correct. And really what it's doing is it's giving peace of mind. I have 4 children, and if anybody has kids, trying to get a sick kid back to sleep in the middle of the night is really difficult.
And probably then you're worried about their temperature spiking.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what you're
yeah.
worrying about. So
does it send notifications if it gets over? It does.
It does.
All right.
So when you link the patch up to the app, you can set an alert level. You don't have to go into the room. You're getting continuous temperature updates, and if it happens to rise above the alert level, the alert on your phone goes off and lets you know that something's happening.
Okay.
So this is new at CES this year is our TempTraq Connect platform.
Yeah. So let's. Oh.
So we can demonstrate that.
Here, I can hold that for
If
you.
you could hold that, that'd be great.
Yep. I'm gonna just do that so our screen can get it.
Okay, so first the TempTraq app itself. I'm wearing a patch. Do you
have a fever right now?
No, just...
Are you nervous?
I might be.
John is at 99.2 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not that hot under these lights.
These lights are hot.
You're going to say that later, but it'll be a lie. Okay, so he might be having a CES-related illness. I'm glad we're so close now.
There's no illness, I promise you.
Okay.
So you get an update every 10 seconds. It updates into the app, and then it continuously shows you the data. You also have your alert level. You can go in and you can look at all the data that's been collected, and that data can be sent out to a doctor or another family member.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you actually, I think you're a little warm right now.
A little bit warm.
I'm going to do the mom test in a second when I'm not holding this iPad. Auntie test for me, but you know.
The TempTraq Connect platform is new this year, and what this is we're running a patch back at our headquarters in Westlake, Ohio, and 2,000 miles away here at CES, we're getting real-time updates. So the idea would be if you have, for example, a sick parent who's living alone across town.
Oh, yeah.
You can now be in your own home monitoring them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're a working parent and you have a sick child at home, you can continuously monitor them from a distance as well.
This is temporary, right? This isn't like the Quell you can, it stays on your leg basically.
Yes,
So
this is a one-time use disposable device.
How long will that stick on?
The current device on the market that is FDA cleared, it's a Class 2 medical device, is a 24-hour device.
Okay.
We're introducing at CES this year the 48-hour device that will be on the market in the second quarter.
Second quarter. So how much will that one be?
We haven't priced the 48-hour, but the 24-hour version, which will be available in about 6,000 retail locations in Q1, is going to MSRP for $19.99.
$19.99 at like drugstores?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So, all right. So there you have it, guys. We have gone through a few different wearables, all related to health, because the exoskeleton suit had us inspired about really how we treat people. And I feel like that was a good, there you have. I don't know, it's the last day. Yeah, okay. We're going to call it. That's a great question.
Great question.
From the audience, where do you put the sensor?
So the sensor is it takes an underarm or axillary temperature measurement. So you place the sensor under the child's arm, and then it sends a signal about 40 to 50 feet out to a smart device. And then that smart device would then communicate to the Connect platform if you're remote from the site.
So I wanted them to put one of these on me because maybe I also have a CES
Maybe you wouldn't be
fever.
as hot, right? I don't know.
Yeah. So I wanted to see if I could see my temperature tracked on this, but they didn't have a spare. Another time. All right.
We'll send you one.
I am interested in testing a few of these devices, so look to Engadget to see if we can get some reviews going in the next few months. I think there are some really interesting things. Not only these guys, but as you know, all over CES, such amazing products. Also some terrible ones. Anyways, that's CES for you. All right, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. for more in case you missed it. Coming up in just about 2 hours on this stage today, we'll be having our Best of CES Awards, and that is a big deal. So stay tuned.
Thanks, Carrie.